Hello, CCA family. It's that time of year again. We've got new tuition rates, and we're thinking about re-enrollment for the now 18-19 school year. Doesn't that sound futuristic? And so I wanted to give you some information about what's gone on and all the processing to figure out new tuition rates for next year, some of the things that are coming forward in the year to come. We've got a great year in store for us. The 18-19 CCA school year promises to be one of our best ever. You're going to be getting a lot more information about a relaunch of our capital campaign and the construction plans that are underway to build 2 new athletic stadiums right here on our own campus and bring those things home. And so I look forward to sharing more of that in the future. But today I wanted to talk with you about re-enrollment and what went on in figuring out our new tuition rates. So 2017 was an interesting year in the past several years because we had a 3% cost of living increase. In the previous years, it's been a little more modest than that. So that's more of a typical yearly cost of living increase. So back at 3%, that obviously affects our operational expenses and things that need to be covered in that. And it's important also to know that in this setting, we have been very blessed by the fiscal conservatism of our Board of Trustees and their just attention to detail, making sure we have the ship going in the right direction. CCA is healthier from a financial standpoint at this present day than it has ever been in its history. And that's due to great leadership from our Board of Trustees. So I'd encourage you to thank them for all of their work and effort in maintaining those things and making sure that we're fiscally responsible in every way. It really was their heart's desire to have as minimal an increase to tuition as possible this year. We know we've had some increases that we've felt over these last few years, and so they wanted that to be as modest as possible. And yet, with the cost of living increase, there are some expenses that have to be covered. The end result of that was a very modest increase. And that amounts to 2% increase on our pre-grammar tuition, a 3% increase on grammar school tuition, and a 4% increase in logic and rhetoric school tuition. I wanted to explain very briefly what was behind that. When we did an analysis of our rates in comparison to other Christian schools, Christian private schools in the area, what we found is that when you consider all tuition and fees, we are very favorable on the rates in the upper school. In fact, in rhetoric school, we're less than our competitors on average. In pre-grammar, we're more expensive than our competitors on average. And so part of the 2% increase in the pre-grammar, 3% and then 4% in the upper school is based on trying to match our market. We did need the additional funds within the budget. Again, you've got expenses tied to the cost of living increase, but you also have strategic initiatives. We have an incredible school. We're blessed with tremendous faculty and staff. We want to take care of them. We are blessed with a tremendous curriculum, but we want to continue to refine it and do the very best in educating your children as possible. And so that did require some funding. Our Board of Trustees, our administration, have been hard at work on strategic efforts that will really make a difference in our performance as a school, and so some of those things required funding. One thing that is in that budget is we have increased the amount of funding to our what we call GAP grant, our tuition assistance program, and that's to help. It's a gap. The families that were at the cusp of what they could afford to stay at CCA, we believe the funds are there to allow those families to remain at CCA. So in lots of aspects of what we've done putting together the budget, we're trying to take care of our Covenant family and draw more families in. I would encourage you to share with your friends and those you know at church about the good things you're experiencing at Covenant Christian Academy. Growing our enrollment obviously is a grand help financially to the school overall as well. So I'm looking forward to a great 18-19 school year. I'm praying God's blessings for all of you, for everyone that works here and intermingles their lives here at CCA. Blessings.